We stopped 100 clicks from Moscow to check our Geiger counters. The thing is, they are all in the green, as if they're in a conspiracy. Still, this amazing piece of news doesn't really impress anyone that much. The guys are all confused as to what to do next. And I'm just waiting for answers. And hoping the commander, whom until recently I trusted implicitly, is going to be extremely persuasive in his reasoning.
Let's hope so. Welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of Metro Exodus, the winter chapter. Oh god, I'm just so excited to continue doing that after that awesome opening for the game. But let's do hope that Colonel Miller can tell us what's going on. And like Artyom says, let's hope we can gain his trust again. But enough of my rambling. Let's continue on.
Why the long faces?
Well, seeing as you lied to us.
So to speak, where everybody can help but wonder, what next? Where do we go from here?
Yes, more or less what I expected from you. But you got the picture. So,
There you are,
is
Anna. I
your
was
counter
worrying.
functioning? Have you checked it?
Yes, it's all green. Double checked it. Stepan's in the green too. We don't need masks here.
So, they were telling the truth.
Who was telling the truth? Why won't you answer? Who were those people trying to kill us? Why would they shoot at you, the orders commander? Explain something at least. You owe us that.
Well, I might as well drop the bomb now.
Yeah?
The war did not end.
What do you mean, did not end?
Let me finish. Most of our cities are destroyed. The rest of the country is probably under enemy occupation. To avoid new nuclear attacks against us, Command chose the only viable course of action: to play dead. To ensure radio silence, the SHIELD system was created. A network of radio jammers covering Moscow and suburbs, so that some radio enthusiasts wouldn't bring more bombs down on our heads by whining on air. And it's one of these jammers that got disabled by the hands of those present here.
Could you not have shared that before? Say, before Artyom took that radio outside and caught all that radiation?
No! I only got briefed half year ago.
Oh.
Under a strict, you talk, you die policy. And then had to tell my people we were securing a weather station.
Sir, with all due respect, if we can't go back, maybe we should advance and move on?
I have an idea, but... Artyom, rather than carrying on with this silent disapproval of yours, check the airwaves. We should be out of the jamming range by now, so give it your best try. Look for transmissions from the Ark. Do you understand now why we're traitors in the eyes of
Oh.
man? We shut down a jamming station, shot up the guards, destroyed a patrol train.
Alright, let's see if I can find anything.
Moscow. Who even needs a trial when the case is so clear? There's no way back now, which means we have to continue moving forward.
Command, what are you talking about?
The Moscow Defense Command. Have you ever heard of the Invisible Watchers?
Yes, I have.
I have, but they're just an urban legend.
Not at all. Wait a moment, what was that?
Restoration Committee speaking from the Ark Project base. Everyone who can hear me, everyone still loyal to
Listen,
the
everyone!
Proceed to the rally point. Rally point location is code 1811-79. Area 18-5.
Where was that number supposed to
Proceed to the rally point. Rally
Got
point
it.
location is code
So it is somewhere around here. The Yamantau Mountain. So the route from here should go like this. This is our goal.
So, is this what you had in mind?
Yes, this is it. The Ark Project is a whole city underground. Enormous stores, machines, the best experts. It is the Commander General's HQ. All of the country's leaders are there. They have already started the restoration work. We will tell them that Moscow is alive. It wasn't all for nothing. Everything will change. Everything. Do you get it? A new life is starting for all the survivors of the war.
Including from other countries.
Are there any single women in that place?
Great reaction. So I think the moment calls for... Bring it out to me.
Bring what out, Colonel? Sir?
That thing that's been sloshing about in your canteen. You think I'm deaf or what?
That. Just a moment. I thought my ears were deceiving me.
It's not a short trip to the Urals, so we should make ourselves comfortable.
I don't know. I don't trust when I drink's given to me from a guy that I've trusted.
It's about time.
Pavel and all that.
Let's go around and be done with it.
Nah, go to hell. Even better. Come on.
How about Aurora? The Roman goddess of dawn and a cruiser of, you know what?
Not bad. I like it.
Ah, beautiful name. Sounds okay, but the cruiser of what?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Looks like it's decided. Let's trick you.
You better not be drugging me, Miller.
Hey, Artyom, let's take a look at that map.
All right, we had a round. That should be enough. You're back. Full steam ahead.
Alright, where we gotta go?
Full steam ahead.
Wow, that's some distance. I wonder how long it will take.
Take a while, I guess.
How are you, Alyosha?
I was expecting an arrow from a Cupid, but I got a bullet
You know-
from an ugly motherfucker instead.
Let's continue. Let's explore the train a little
You
bit.
sure you're okay? Because I know you.
Just so you know, scars attract the ladies.
So you say.
And there's definitely a lot of those up ahead.
Artyom, a couple of words.
Oh god, I'm actually smoking.
Done is done. Yes, I didn't stop you from going outside. Yes, I tried to talk you out of it. Yes, I didn't tell you you're not the only ones to survive. But even I didn't have the clearance. Not back then. This is a state secret. Do you understand? I've been granted clearance only after a fight to protect the D6. They said they needed me to teach their recruits because the war was still on.
I don't believe the war's still on. Maybe just small conflicts, but
What
not
did
a
our
war.
people in D6 die for? What did I lose my legs for? But I understood because the war was still on. Security was paramount. Our people would have understood. So please, do the same. You would have spilled the beans to everyone in Metro. You're a goddamn Prometheus, a messiah. You must lead the people out of the caves. Do you think you would have saved anyone? Remember that jammer? What if Moscow has been found out because of you? What if there are missiles inbound?
What if they were lying to you the entire time to keep
No
control?
matter what they think of me, I'm no deserter and will never become one. I'm ready to bear full responsibility for everything. But if there is even the smallest chance to earn my pardon, I will take it.
Oh, I don't like hearing that. You betray your own daughter?
Which means that we, like a runner that tripped, need to keep running ever faster just to keep balance. And don't dare you trip us all over again. Am I understood?
I didn't do anything.
I hope I am. Anyway, at least now we know where to run. So go back inside and take a look at the map. Our route is pretty obvious now.
One more smoke, and then I'm gone.
Andrei Ivanovich, how long have you been working
Hey man, how you doing?
with those Java people for?
About a year, I guess. At first, they got me to sign up by singing of my experience helping people. Told me about weather stations and mutant migration observers. I was proud to be helping those. Then, about 2 months ago, they loaded a bunch of people onto my Aurora. The guards took them outside and came back alone. Told me they took the people to a nearby station, but I knew it had caved in years ago. A few days later, I was coming back from a run. Stopped the train, went and found those people. Soon they understood I saw that ravine. Fed me the usual lies about the spies and whatnot.
Did you believe them?
Well, it sure seems safer to believe. But then, I just couldn't keep the charade up.
Good man.
Then the security officer told me straight. Whoever you speak to dies. The whole station dies with him if need be.
Oh God.
So, that's how it went. But when I saw you, and then Artyom, I knew I wasn't alone anymore. You can't just keep these things in.
Now I understand why you helped us back then. Thank you.
Don't mention it. God willing, it won't end up being done in vain.
Don't worry, Yemek. If
Yes.
oh.
Have you ever taken a train beyond city borders?
No, didn't get a chance to go. I used to be a metro train engineer. I worked on the ring line. Ha! What a bore that was. Going round and round all day, round and round.
Yeah, I want to just listen to these guys right now.
It used to take less than 30 minutes to make the lap. So I kept dreaming about how good it would be to just leave the metro and work on a real railroad. And travel around Russia, not to run in circles like a rat in a maze. My wife wouldn't let me. We had kids, too. When I'd start going on about the railroad, about my dream, she'd stop sleeping with me for months in protest. Yes.
Yemek.
But when Moscow got hit, my Tatiana and little Sashenka were at home.
Oh, Yemek.
I was working that day. Irishka was waiting for me in the metro, returning from tram school. So we survived together that day. But in the end, I lost her too.
I'm sorry, Yemek.
TB. You know how it goes. So, I'm driving here and talking to Tatiana in my head. See, I say, you couldn't stop me for good after all. Here I am, on a real railroad. A real engineer.
Well, at least you're finding some hope there.
Tanyusha. I'm sorry I got so emotional there.
Oh, it's my fault. I'm really sorry. And thank you for telling me.
Hey, Artyom. Is there any music on the air?
Let me check there for you, buddy.
Attention.
Nope, nope, not that. What the? No, 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 no. Oh, God. Oh, that poor kid. You're welcome, man. God, that poor kid. Alright, let's see what we got going down here, baby. New note. Oh god, man, I missed a lot of notes in Moscow. Hey man, how you doing?
Hello there, Artyom. It seems to me, whether it was intended or not, that our colonel now has a goal to strive for because of you. We all remember the way you fought back in D6, so no matter what lies ahead, we're with you. You can count on us.
Good to hear.
Yeah, yes. As for me, I'm running a little inventory check.
As you should, we need to take care of our
It
supplies.
is kind of cramped in here. I'm thinking of making something of a workbench.
That might be
So
nice.
that's all the instruments we get, and everything else would be within arm's reach. With no workbench, you just use small components. We'll use this place to work on the weapons. Cleaning, oiling, keep out of everybody's way, and keep them from messing with my stuff. Well, we'll have to take turns, of course, but we'll manage. So, if you find any weapons you'd like to keep, I'll store them for you here on the Aurora, and you can come back to exchange them. You'll get them back in their best shape ever. Don't you doubt. Boy, have I cleaned and oiled a lot of weapons in my life. Factory and homemade too. Some of those were just amazing. So unusual. So, if you have any weapon-related questions, I'm your man.
Alright then.
And weapons, they are like girls. They need attention. You clean your weapon well, you oil it, you check the ammo. Because these dirty ammo caps do get rusty sometimes.
Okay.
But if you put your heart into it, the weapon never fails. Well,
Yeah, you're about right there.
finish oiling this one, then start on another.
Okay, don't get too carried away there, man. It is still a weapon after all. Where's Sam? Is this you, Sam?
Hello there, Tom.
Yeah, I'll help you out there, Duke.
Well, help yourself. Because frankly speaking, I'm a bit tired here. The only good thing about this job is that you forget it's winter. You didn't have to pay for this comfort later. Oh, money.
Yeah, just keep speaking, man.
Well, it's not a lie. I don't feel this calm, you see. It's what says it's dynamic meditation. That philosopher doesn't come here to meditate too often,
Alright, I'll let you back at it, Duke. Dude, I was shot in the gut. I think. No, wait, no. I was shot the other day, and 2 bodies followed me, man. Be more reasonable. And I blow up a train. Is this you, Sam? Or is this Demir? I think that might be Demir. But the other guys. Here? Oh, yep, here they are.
So, dear Moses, can you feel how sweet the air is without a mask? Not just sweet, so many shades of taste it has. A weird feeling, I'm a friend.
Guess
I
so.
remember you telling me how you took your mask off atop a Stonkino tower. When you honed those missiles in on the Dark Ones, was the air bitter then?
I imagine so.
Had you not launched those missiles, you'd probably never have climbed that building or received that signal. Life is weird, huh? One random event drags another with it, like links in a chain. And you are pulling that chain out of a deep, dark well. The links emerge from the dark water. And what link is in that bucket that's on the end of the chain? That's a mystery. That's what I often think about when facing a choice. You can't drop the chain either. You always have to drink from that bucket. Well, bottoms up, I suppose.
Interesting words there,
So,
idiot.
How does it feel to be the Moses who yanked on this particular chain?
Feels pretty
Is it
nice.
wrong to think about such things when all I ever did in life was carry out orders? Well, I'm not called idiot for nothing. Still, I would like to know what's on the end of your chain.
And we'll get to know one day. Hey, Sam. I think that's Sam. Yeah, that's Sam.
Look, if there's no radiation, that means we could bring everyone out of Moscow.
It doesn't matter if there's radiation or not, Comrade American. The citizens of Moscow will have to stay put.
Why? We're just a short way from the city. And the radiation's gone.
Things might have been that easy in your America, but life has never been so easy here. Even now, we woke up saviors of the metro, and by lunchtime, we're enemy spies, saboteurs, train thieves. And what for? Something we thought was true turned out to be a lie. And that is enough for them to want us dead.
The Hansa bosses must have known that we could live up here. But the public didn't know that. Who'd want to stay down in the metro if we told them?
We cannot tell them. If they are ready to make mincemeat out of old ladies and kids to keep their secret, what do you think would they do to you, Uncle Sam? Huh? We can't go back. We can't use radio. Remember the jammers? And even if you pull a perfect Rambo and break through back into the metro, do you expect they'd all just believe you and go, yes, Moses, lead us out of this Egypt?
I bet there would be quite a
Can you
few.
even imagine the death toll? Take your average station guards. Even if the Hansa guards didn't shoot them, how far would they get? Right to the nearest mutant den, most likely. We are safe here, speeding along on this Eastern Express. They are not as lucky. Not at all.
What if there was a proper evacuation?
And who would do that? Hansa's people? The ones that kept us under lock and key for 20 years? Or us too? Besides, getting the people out of Moscow is not the end of it. You have to settle them somewhere, provide food.
He does have a point there.
I do get where you're coming from, but this matter is way more complex than it seems.
Then we find a home for them.
I guess you're right. All this clean air went to my head.
What about you, Demir?
Wait, does this mean the Colonel was in the know?
Zrak does seem to suggest that. Besides, he led negotiations with Hansa. Where would we be without them after the D6 debacle? They gave us weapons and recruits to replenish our losses. We, on the other hand, our competence does not stretch beyond thinking cozy thoughts and keeping the fools in the metro from killing each other off. Remember, if not us, then who?
You are too smart for your own good, idiot.
Any more words, guys?
Demir.
Oh, here we go.
How far are we gonna go?
No masks needed. The railroad runs through the whole country. As far as we want, I reckon. As for Yamantau, it's about 2,000 clicks away.
I mean, how far can we get with the fuel we have? What's this machine's mileage?
That. Yeah, it certainly is a coal guzzler, this thing. But then again, there should be coal stores at every station. And if we don't find any, we could still burn firewood.
Anything else? You two done? Oh, I was hoping a little bit more.
You see, I made a mistake of stocking up on filters. While I could have gotten a whole bunch of MREs for the same ammo, or a new hazard suit, I wish I'd known there'd be no need for them. The corporal sold them way too hard, that bastard. Get them while they last. He even gave me a book as a free extra. Quotations from Chairman... do you know this writer?
Moskovich?
Mao? Anyway, here I am like a fool with the stupid book and the filters, while we could really use that meal-grade ammo now.
Yeah?
You never know who or what we might meet.
You're not giving the book enough credit. At the very least, it contains a whole world of wisdom on fighting the war against imperialism. Which we might encounter on the way, even though so far we just seem to be fighting our own.
Yeah, Anna's pulling no punches this
Hey,
time.
careful, careful what you say there, buddy.
Perhaps she shouldn't have. It's not like the Colonel understands everything. Who's in the right here?
Whoever's not wrong, obviously.
Yeah, you idiot.
Who's not wrong then?
Oh, Do you have a counter argument?
Does nothing and says nothing too.
Oh, well, that's actually pretty nice.
Who's in the right now?
Everybody is, brother. And nobody.
Okay, you're losing me there, idiot.
Shouldn't have asked.
I am not bothered when I'm not understood. I am bothered when I don't understand.
Yeah. Why do we have a rubber tire in front of our train? Doesn't make sense to me. So you guys done for now? Okay, I think it's starting to repeat the terrain. Alright, let's get going. God, just look at all this. Even if it's simple, it's still beautiful, man. Everything. The one thing that the Metro series always gets do good at is the surroundings. They're making you feel like you're actually there. You feel it.
I'm done for, my friend. But at least I died protecting my friends.
Ah, you'll survive.
Shut up.
How you get here, Sam?
By the way, Uncle Sam, your command of Russian is quite good. Another 40 years or so, and you'd go completely native. Isn't it confusing now, though? If your California is still around, you became a Russian for nothing. By the way, if we meet the occupying forces, whose side will you be on, Sam? Ours or
Hey, Sam, stop pointing at me. Yeah, that's
Not funny. But if the war is still not over, does that make us enemies?
Nah, that's not what I meant. The colonel told me to stop smoking shroom, but isn't a pipe of peace an exception? Eh?
I wish we could smoke one in California, my man. That would be so much fun.
Oh, damn. Hey, do you miss home?
I don't know. Really, I got used to it. And now I learn my folks might be alive, and I'm in a daze.
That's completely reasonable, Sam.
I see. What I meant was, even though you're an American, you're our man.
Yep.
I'm a Spartan, Alyosha. Now and forever. You're a Spartan too. This is what we are now. I wonder what they think of me at this Supreme HQ, though.
Drop it. We'll all stand with you, like with Anna and Artyom.
Thank you for that, anyways.
The colonel protected you from that crowd.
Yeah. There were women, old guys, and kids. They all wanted it. I didn't even want to resist. Even though I was younger and stronger back then.
The war was really on back then. Your missiles had only just fallen on us, just like ours on you. So forget that shit about the HQ. You're a Spartan, one of us. That's it.
Well, at least stand by that man.
Sir. So, where else? I'd love to see San Diego, even in a dream.
There's this
Little whorehouse on its front door of our station I'd like to see. Even if it was just in a dream.
Look, I'll catch some shut-eye if you don't mind.
Yeah, you should rest.
Get some sleep.
Make sure it doesn't die, though, Sam.
Yeah. Besides, in a dream, it's definitely cheaper.
It should be. Alright, I'll continue on. See if they got anything else down there that I can hear of. Anything? Alright, we'll check the radio one more time and then see what we got.
Good luck, everyone. Don't forget to dress close to the radiation. It is spring after all. Maestro, give us your best jingle.
Is there anything?
Everyone still loyal to the cause. Proceed to the
Oh wait, that's the Ark. Not the Ark from Primeval, though.
1-6, come in. 1-6 here. Just sight group of targets with 2 vehicles moving towards our position. They'll be there in about 40. Roll out the red carpet. Copy that, 102. Will you be ready to cut them off if they retreat along the same route? Machine gun is in position already. We're going to fill a wire pull.
hope I can save them, if that's possible. Alright, we'll come back to that.
So quiet here, no complaints. Yesterday, though, we had a huge bang. That you guys having fun? Not us. It was Unit 13. Unit 13? We thought it was the war again. What kind of spy did they catch that warranted blowing up with the warhead of doom? It was not a spy. It was them. Their train got blown up. Wow. Do you know Miller, the Spartan colonel? Sure I do. They get him too? No, he got out of Moscow. Turned out to be a spy. As far as I know, he learned he'd been discovered, so he stole a train and ran to his master before our guys could net him. Shutting a jammer down, burning a fuel depot, and an ammo dump on the way. Imagine the damage in new-grade ammo alone. And that armored train, too. Unit 13 went to intercept them, but looks like they fell into a trap. Damn. What happens now? Well, it might be for the best. They did uncover the enemy mole, so now I imagine they'll net his whole network. Heads will roll. Yeah, I can see
The Spartans.
Yeah, we should probably cut this chat too, just in case. Damn, you're right. Well, over and out.
Oh, they better not attack the other Spartans.
1-6, come in. 1-6 here. Running on the zone. Another car moving towards your position. Do we take it out?
Where's that music? Alright. We'll leave that bad boy up. What's this? Ooh, diary. Moscow Winter Crew. Anna, my Anna. From the very beginning, I thought I was not worthy of you. What was that? A nerdy guy from a backbar station. A dreamer hearing voices in his head. An adventure seeker. And you, the most beautiful girl in the metro. Kinda true. The only daughter of the legendary Colonel Miller. The best sniper of the Spartan Order. But how did you put it? There were a lot of hard-boiled guys around. God, how much have we been through together? We had our bright days and really dark ones. Our feelings would die out and rekindle again. I even tried to leave, but couldn't go too far. You wanted a normal man, but you still accepted me as I am. You were the only one who didn't consider me mad when I spent days on the surface listening to radio in fruitless attempts to receive signals from other survivors. You knew that every such sortie meant more radiation exposure for me and less chance of a healthy child should we ever have them. Children, sorry. And you would still let me go. You didn't prohibit me from dreaming. I always felt your gaze on me when you would cover my back in combat and when I would lose my way. I was always in your field of view. I always knew that nobody could ever replace you. My personal guardian angel of death. If this is not love, what is? That is a good question, aren't it? Oh look, he drew a rabbit. She used to call him Rabbit. That's pretty funny. Colonel Miller. Colonel Svetoslav Konstantinovich. Melenkov. I most likely butchered those names. Hopefully I thought I did the first one. Okay, back now. The founder and the permanent commander of the Order of Sparta. Miller picked and trained each Spartan individually. He was the only one to come to the rescue of my home station when we were under attack by the Dark Ones. He was the only one to stand between the communists and the Nazis and prevent the conflict which could well spell the ultimate end of our civilization. It was Miller who accepted me into the Order and blessed our union with Anna. His only daughter, I became his son-in-law, but could never amass the courage to call him Dad. Nothing but Colonel, with a Sir, of course. In the D6 defense, the Colonel lost his best fighters and his old self. Something is forever broken in him. He became cold, completely intolerant, and of any dissent. Sometimes I feel he's sorry he didn't object to his daughter marrying me. he would have probably preferred Hunter as his as his in-law. But Hunter is missing, and I dragged his daughter into a maelstrom none of us might even emerge from. It would be cool if we met Hunter in this game, because he is alive, at least as of 2034, because he is the main character of that book. Demir is probably the calmest of all the crew members. Demir is also extremely reliable. He's always been there to help. He always does the hardest part of any job. He goes on the toughest missions, and then instead of taking any gratitude as one would expect, he starts blustering and says he did nothing to do with success, and it all just kind of happened that way. There's only one painful issue for Demir, and that's his name. Name given to him by his father, along with half of his blood. Demir can't forgive his father for leaving, going as far as to deny his bloodkin. Wow. Duke of Darkness, Igor Dukov, the youngest, the bravest, and the craziest of us all. Some join the order out of desperation, others to protect people from dangers, but Duke is just desperately in love with adventure. Whenever the colonel asks for volunteers, Duke is always the first to shout, "Me!" No matter how hard and dangerous the missions ahead may be. A shame he didn't have any medals in the order. Otherwise, Duke would have be plastered with them. He kept looking up to the... Wait. I lost the line there. Looking up to the more experienced fighters, competing with them for the most kills, missions, and wounds. For some reason, he pays particular attention to comparing his achievements with mine. Perhaps it's because I'm the closest to his age. Anna once said about him, "Quit your whining, Artyom. There are people here who dream of becoming like you." About Duke, was she right? Duke. Yarmik, the Aurora's permanent hailsman. Yarmik knows her every detail down to the smallest bolt, and feel every change in the work of her numerous and, truth be told, quite worn out mechanisms in the heart. Yarmik fit into our group so easily and naturally. He seems that he was with us since forever. And yet Anna and I met him at Hanzik base, where Yarmik first helped me find my wife and then led us into hijacking our beloved cruiser. Still, with Yarmik's background, with a small wonder, he's decided to leave Moscow with us, only to just learn of Hansa executing everyone trying to enter or leave Moscow. But Yarmik has been living with this terrible knowledge for months. First out of fear for his daughter's life, and then after she succumbed to her illness, out of sheer hopelessness. Oh man, Yarmik, I'm sorry. I hope we can give you a better life with us, Yarmik. But now he is free, just like the rest of us, and if he ever comes back to Moscow, we'll settle the score with Hanzik leadership together. Yarmik says that every man has a destination in life, a place where his fate leads him to, and whenever life becomes hard, sometimes unbearably so, I always recall his words. This might be the end of the line, but if it's still not our real destiny, get up and walk on. Thank you, Yarmik. That's actually some pretty nice lines, Yarmik. Idiot. Idiot chose his nickname out of natural humility, or perhaps simply in honor of one of the Glukhovsky's characters. In fact, he's anything but, being the most educated and well-read soldier in the order, leading the position of Miller's right-hand men back in the metro. The question is, what does he really know about the reasons for the people being held in the tunnels? The war that could be still going on, as well as who is really in control of the metro. Sorry about that. Idiot likes talking a lot, but he never actually says much, even if you push him. Save for his usually on one hand, this could be true. While on the other, if you feel that the truth is close enough to touch it, talk to Idiot. He'll confuse you completely in no time. One thing about him that I don't understand at all is that could he ever be looking for fighting in the Order's ranks? Okay, I kinda got lost in that one. Alyosha, the life of every party. An avid lady killer, favorite customer of the seediest joints of Snitskoy Boulevard, and our survival on the surface instructor after only the curious glance. He can correctly tell if an abandoned building can last for years, or is ready to collapse onto your head at the lightest touch, which ability saved him back in Moscow more than anyone. Alyosha is the only member of the crew seemingly taking our journey for an exciting adventure, probably in anticipation of new meetings with representatives and the fair sex, of course. Sam is one of the Order's best. He might not be the strongest, fastest, or the best marksman we have, but he can certainly hold his own in a match with Spartan champions in each of these areas. And he definitely is the most unusual of us. Sam is an American, a Marine from the U.S. Embassy Guard Detail. He just happened to be in the Metro when the Judgment Day came, eventually ending up as Colonel Miller's personal bodyguard. Alright, move this down a little bit. Sam had to sit the battle Sam had to sit the battle for D6 out on the account of staying in the hospital with a serious wound. It was really hard on himself for not being there to protect the colonel when he was needed the most. As soon as he was back on his feet, still all bandaged, Sam would refuse to leave the colonel's side no matter what. He wouldn't ever let anyone else push Miller's wheelchair. Even when Andrew the blacksmith made the amazing prosthetic the colonel has been wearing ever since. Sam remained Miller's shadow, and of course joined us aboard the Aurora. All of us, the crew members, are going somewhere to some kind of destination. As Yermak puts it, even though none of us know where the destination would be, Sam, though, seems to know the place. If the world outside of the Metro is not wiped out, there must be survivors in the U.S. And Sam can't stop thinking about his parents, who might still be alive, waiting for their son. I wonder if it feels he's traveling in the right direction with us. Let's hope, but he seems like a trustworthy guy. Stefan. This guy was in 2035, I believe. The book. In the day-to-day life, Stefan is so calm and nice, it's hard to believe he is a member of the Order. We are a military nation after all. Once you see this giant in battle, though, you immediately see the reason for him being here. Stefan is completely fearless and amazingly strong. He handles a heavy machine gun as if it were a regular assault rifle. We're lucky to be on Stefan's side. Having him as an enemy would be a disaster. And the last one. Tokave. As soon as I hear his name, I almost can pronounce it right. Tokave, partially to the creation of the famous gun designer he shares the family name with, is the man in love with his craft. He is constantly busy with the crew's weapons, repairing, maintaining them, and making improvements. Tokave knows everything there is to know about weapons, and even more, and can talk about it for hours, but is not really interested in much else. Still, he doesn't just care for our firepower, but he also works on our gear, constantly adjusting and inventing new things, laboring day and night to make sure we're all perform at the best of our ability without being hindered by inferior equipment. What would we do without him? On a side note, he seems to be quietly and hopelessly, irrequitably in love with my aunt. What? He's always worried about her, thinking about her, talking about her. I can't even bring myself to feel jealous. Okay then, as long as he only does that and doesn't make a move, we're good. New World. Exhibition, my home station, now part of the Commonwealth together with I know how to pronounce this, but listen to the audiobook. Alexkivaya and Rizkaliza. God, now I can't pronounce it. Living there would be an uneven ride, but I've still found memories of the time, even though Anna, my wife, would disagree. She positively hated it there. having traded the position of the Order's best sniper for everyday chores of regular mushroom farmer. Alright, that's true. Hansa, the most powerful faction of the Metro and the Commonwealth of the stations of the Ring. Of the Ring line, the soldiers and Hansa employee enjoy the best pay and equipment and thus are highly motivated to train and perform their duties exceptionally well, making up and proficient the skills for what they may lack in numbers. The only force to be objectively better than Hanseatic troops in terms of professionalism and training is the Spartan Order, which yours truly is honored to be a member of. As far as I was able to surmise from the Colonel's reluctant confession, Hansa is the vehicle to the Invisible Watcher, the real government of Moscow controlling all the factions from the shadows. They clearly have too much power to just live and let live, and thus engage in some shady business, including the Shield project, designed to keep Moscow under an impenetrable blanket of radio jamming to prevent further nuclear strikes against the capital. Although the government pretty much has fallen, the project itself would be a benevolent initiative even if quite misguided, had it not been connected to the mass murder of people coming into and trying to leave Moscow, as well as anyone and everyone learning anything about it. Anna and I were captured by their patrol after we saw the Aurora entering the city. The city perimeter, and just for that terrible crime I was put to the gun. Well, they did say they were going to give you some lashes and then let you go, Artyom, so and you did interrupt it, enough of that. Anna's agony at that moment is something I will never forgive them for as long as I live. Creatures, watchmen. The annoying beasts hunt in packs, and if you see one, you're better dispose of it immediately, otherwise it might howl and call the rest of the pack, and it will howl as soon as it sees you. Demons. Wow, that actually does look like a demon there. These giant flying mutants comfortably occupy the perfect position of the apex predator in the food chain of the poison wasteland stretching above the tunnels of Moscow Metro have, thanks to their enormous physical strength, speed, and aggressive demeanor, successfully settled a huge territory that is hardly surprising, as there are very few animals capable of ever facing a demon, except for the librarians. Those that could fight it one-on-one and win are even fewer, with fewer between. Well, a demon can easily fly away from any of them. Luckily, because of these strengths, the demons, like the large birds of prey of the past, prefer to live and hunt alone or in very small groups, and thus do not present an immense threat to any careful traveler. Dog. Oh yeah, there are still some dogs. Common dogs seem to be no match for the messed up world of the surface. They manage to survive despite being surrounded by mutants and human enemies, so they definitely are a threat to be considered, especially when you consider your keen sense and ability to easily alert their masters to any presence. And please don't make me kill any dogs in this game. We don't really need these. I might go back and read these things. Alright, let's get one drink. Alright guys, I think I'll call it here. We get to pretty good things. We get to meet the crew, learn about the crew and stuff like that. Oh my god, it's turning into my Mass Effect Let's Play with those Let's Get to Know the Crew videos. Well, like I was saying, I'll end this video here. If you guys enjoyed, please think about leaving a like and a comment down below as always. Share the video if you want, and subscribe. Give me a trial round. I really appreciate that. And until next time, this is the Unknown Assembly, signing off.